illegally downloading a car is punishable by death. This is OCTOMAGIC. Hello everyone, my name is Blair.
Hi, I'm Kiran.
And Kiran is new to OCTOMAGIC, but very old. Sorry, very old to Octothorpe.
That was probably not the best way of phrasing it.
Not necessarily like not a founding member, not a founding member, but like close to it, right? Like you've been
Yeah,
around.
technically Blair is the only founding member, but
Well, no, it was me and Brandon, right?
Oh, really? Was it?
Yeah,
I didn't know Brandon was involved from like day one.
Day one, yeah.
That's impressive.
Did not work out well. Anyways, as you could.
No, I gotta come at him like that. But anyway, yeah, I have been involved with Octothorpic stuff for how long is it? Oh my god, has it been 5 years now?
Oh yeah, since January.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if
Wow.
you've been involved since, like officially since 5 years, but Octothorpic has been going
Well,
on
I mean,
for
I
5
started
years.
I started editing when was it in our sophomore year or junior year of high school?
Holy shit. Maybe you have been around for a long time. Anyways, let's.
I mean, well, we knew that already. Trying to
Let's
figure
not
out for exactly how long. Anyway, yeah, we have some pirating to get to, I guess.
Yes. Today we're doing something completely different, right? Normally, we play video games on this hell site, but today we're gonna watch a movie, and
See,
also.
when you say this hell site, you could be referring to like Discord or Twitch or like Twitter for all I know, and I couldn't tell the difference because they're all hell sites.
Well,
But
we're releasing this on YouTube.
oh, that's the most hellish site of all.
Yeah. Oh, good. Anyways, so
The hellest of the hell sites.
yeah,
Okay, I'll stop babbling now so that you can actually tell
let's
people
let's
what's
do the
going on.
intro. Yeah. We will be watching all of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Not in this one episode, obviously. But the idea was that like I wanted to go back and see how well these movies actually stood up. Because they were like, unfortunately, they were like pretty big when we were young. uh, so like nostalgia goggles and all that. Like I remember them being good, and then also people making fun of them, and then also people reappraising making fun of them as they
They're
got
kind of like the Star Wars prequels in a way.
What, like all of them?
Well, no, not in terms of quality, in terms of being like a Zoomer cultural touchstone.
Mm,
And
a
so like they
zoomer.
get the whole the full force of scrutiny of the irony generation.
Yeah, it is so crazy, like how like every other week I'll hear something online somewhere about like, oh hey, this movie that like everyone expects to be bad was actually good. I'm a zoomer. And I'm like, I don't know if I should respect the like anyways, the blabbering can start when we actually start the movie,
Yeah.
right? So the way that this works is that it's sort of like you watch with us format, right? You've probably seen this elsewhere or you haven't. Who can say?
One of the two.
Yeah, you either have or have not heard of this format. Basically, we don't show the movie because we don't want to get murdered by the Disney police. And we
Apparently that's becoming disturbingly literal lately with what they
yeah.
did to their temp workers, but
Yeah. And so we're doing we will do a countdown and then we will press play on our Pirates of the Caribbean and you will press play on your Pirates of the Caribbean, probably brought to you by Disney Plus, where all your favorite Disney films can be located all in one convenient place.
except apparently on Stranger Tides.
Only $6.66. Anyways, what was I talking? Right, yeah. So we're gonna be watching at least the first three, not all in one sitting because I don't hate Kiran that much. Um, we'll probably watch the first 3, and we might watch number 4 and 5 eventually, or never. Who can say?
I'm pretty sure 5 pushes its way into so bad it's good territory, so I'm in favor of doing it at some point, but
I have not actually
that's
seen
probably up to
number
Blair.
5. Yeah, I am boss lady, apparently. That's
Hashtag girl boss.
Well, that is the nickname that like Kitty and company call me, because they know it gets to me, and also I love it, and I can't complain about it, because like that would make me more of a boss lady. Anyways, okay. Kieran, are you ready on your end?
Yeah, let me just open up the browser tab that I have it in. Okay, yeah, ready.
All right, hold on. Disney Plus is loading. Okay. Are you ready? You ready?
Yep.
Right. 3, 2, 1, play. All right. Ooh, is the logo showing up on your screen right now?
Yeah.
Excellent.
It's been like 5 seconds. You should probably wait to sync it with something else that happens.
Bullshit. Syncing things is for losers. It's syncing is
So I'm gonna have
bad.
to watch a Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Sinking is bad. Don't sink a ship. Come on, Kieran. No, not gonna. My pun's too bad to be.
I was the one who made the pun first. You stole it from me, Blair.
Yeah, we're just gonna talk all through this.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. Love that brand synergy with the music playing, right?
Yeah.
You know, first of all, 2 things. One, Mr. Gibbs is like a guy that knew this, like, the lady since the very beginning, right? And
Yeah.
that's never brought up. Additionally, this guy is like so much older than
Yeah.
what's
That
her
is.
name?
I just realized how creepy that is in hindsight.
Yeah. Swan is her name.
Yeah.
Gets what he deserves. What's funny?
Just the like Gibbs's silly like
Noose
hanging
thing?
thing. Yeah. I don't know why that's so weirdly amusing to me.
And like she just sees some guy on like some driftwood, right?
Oh yeah, I completely forgot that they met at the very beginning of the series.
Yeah, I mean they were friends before they were lovers, right?
Yeah.
He was in the friend zone for so many years.
Except not, because we just time skip through all of that later.
Yeah. Man overboard.
Is that what you say when there's just someone floating around, or specifically when someone fell off?
I feel like, well, I mean, I guess it's to create the response. Like either way, you're going to try to save someone in the
That's
water.
true.
So it's the thing that people know about. Ooh. Ooh, ow. Ooch, ow, owie. My shippy whippy.
What?
Well, look. Oh. So this, like, kid, right? He has the golden... Do they explain why he has the medallion? Like, they must, right?
I don't know.
Probably an accent. So this guy, his hair is like traditional, like ye
Who,
olden.
Norrington?
Well, no, like I guess both of these characters, like both the evil guy and the dad, have like hair that you would think
They're wigs, right?
like they are wigs, but when they are wigs, they're white. It's like no, his hair is actually like this. He's like
No, I think they're just black wigs.
Okay. Elizabeth Swann. Oh, thanks, Will Turner. Yeah.
I feel like neither of these people really resemble their adult selves that much, but whatever.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Ooh, the
Oh yeah,
MacGuffin.
he just like has it.
Yeah, it's the MacGuffin.
Well, why would you assume that? It's just got a skull on it.
Well, yeah, it's got a skull on it, Kieran. And as we all know, only people with skulls are pirates. If you don't
Wait a
have
minute,
a skull,
I have a skull.
Kieran, what have you pirated recently?
Some RPG books, probably.
Oof, oof. Ooh, is that the Black Pearl?
Yeah.
Wait, how is it the Black Pearl?
What do you mean,
Wait.
how?
Okay, so the idea is that the Black Pearl. How old is John is Jack Sparrow in this story?
Well, we know that he was captain for 13 years, right? And then that's how long he had as captain of the Black Pearl. Davy Jones came to collect. And we also know that the Pearl was sunk at some point before that and then raised by Davy Jones,
No, no,
which was
no, 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 no. I'm thinking. I mean, yeah, all of that stuff, but I'm thinking that like these two are kids,
yeah.
right? And
Jack is probably somewhere in his like mid 30s, given that he would have had to be old enough to captain a ship when the Pearl was raised 13 years ago.
well, not
So
only
probably like late 20s, early 30s or so.
yeah,
So
so
probably
it's
about the same age as them, actually.
well, no, I'm thinking that like because these two
Oh, this is like okay.
these two were very young, right? Clearly,
Yeah.
and that ship
And at this point, Barbossa has already mutinied and taken the Pearl.
he had to have,
Like
right?
during the flashback.
Yeah, that has
Okay,
to
yeah,
be
no,
the
you're
case.
right. This is okay. So no. Okay, so it's been 13 years after the Pearl was raised, as of Dead Man's Chest, when Davy Jones comes back to collect on his deal and like steal Jack's soul or whatever. Dead Man's Chest is like probably a year tops after this, considering that Will and Elizabeth get together in this one and they're planning their wedding in the next.
Yeah.
Uh, and Barbossa's mutiny was how long before this?
So like, did Jack? Hold on. Did Jack get the
Oh wait, I think
boat?
he says. I think he says at some point how long he was captain of the Pearl before he was mutinied. I think he was only captain for like 2 years.
Probably, yeah. That's gotta suck for him when he's like, I signed away my soul for this fucking ship, and all I got was
Yeah, he
2
does
years.
get pretty pissed off about it. I recall.
Here it
I
is.
think it's gonna have to wait until Dead Man's Chest for us to answer this question conclusively, though.
Here's our good boy.
Anyway, now that we're finished boring everyone to death.
Well, no, I love talking about logistics. It's my favorite. Well, this is super important because like they try to half-heartedly do like a love triangle thing between Jack and Swan and
Yeah. They are all
Turner?
about the same age, we think.
I guess, but like
And we see young Jack in
number 5, but he's
Yeah.
not. He's older than they are.
but not by much.
Yeah, I guess. Okay.
Only a few years.
Perfectly balanced as all things should be.
God damn it. He's even balancing it on his finger in the exact same way.
Oh. Commodore. That's
Commodore.
Like Commodore. Is that
It's like the thing between captain and admiral.
So does he become captain?
Norrington?
Because he's getting a
Norrington?
promotion, right?
Norrington was, yeah. He's getting promoted from captain to Commodore.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a Commodore now would, I think, be like some kind of rear admiral, vice admiral.
I wonder if like colors.
Really? Is this like that was a really charged bit of dialogue right there, and
By
I think we
whom?
missed it.
By whom? The
Both
dad?
of them.
Oh yeah, she was like, I had a dream about you.
Okay, we didn't miss it. Good.
Yeah. I'm thinking about like, so this house is very white, and her clothes are very
it's
white.
a colonial mansion.
I know, but I'm wondering if it has like, black doors. But I'm wondering if it like has some sort of like thematic purpose. Like this is the before,
I
right?
doubt it.
This is the childhood, and they've yet to become
Okay, this
true
introduction of
pirates.
Jack is really good, actually, so
It
we
is
should
really
probably
good.
shut up while it happens.
It's fun. Yeah. It's cool, right? It's a
Yeah.
good introduction. It's like he has
I
this.
really like this salute because it gives Jack a measure of like dignity that he doesn't
Yeah.
really have in later movies, just goofing around.
Yeah, honor
Like
among thieves and all that.
I feel like they kind of forget eventually that Jack is like an actual famous pirate captain
Yeah,
and that
but you
he's
have
supposed to be
heard of
competent
me.
in things. Yeah.
Yeah. So like that's the idea, right? He's like the new pirate to Barbossa's like classic pirate, right?
Is he? Is that what the deal is?
Yeah, Johnny Depp was like, so he's supposed to be like washed up, kind of, right? So he should act like a washed up rock star, right?
Okay, yeah, that's true. He was based on Keith Richards or whoever.
Yeah, and then Barbossa was like, you're a fucking pirate, right? You're a
Yeah.
classic swashbuckling pirate, right?
Yeah.
And you can just even
But like
tell by the way they talk, right? Like the distinctions of what they emphasize in their sentences is like Barbossa talks like a fucking pirate. Like there's even a whole scene about it. It's great. This is good
yeah.
movies.
I mean, but for all that Jack isn't really like piratey, and you can't see me, but I'm making air quotes in the
Mm-hmm.
traditional sense. Like he's still he still has moments where he's like, this is not a person to mess with in this movie, and a little bit in the next one. But then they just kind of like forget about it.
Well, yeah, it's because he becomes the main character, right? In this movie
Also, this is
especially.
just like I know these are probably just extras, but this is like really not very military in how they're just kind of half-assing the like formation.
Well, yeah, I mean, like who gives a shit?
Okay, full disclosure, I stole that one from Cinema Sins.
You what?
I stole that one from Cinema Sins.
Oof.
I haven't
Oof.
seen Cinema Sins in forever, but like, oh yeah, these guys who are not relevant ever just stick around for some weird reason.
Like the two pirates, right? The two pirates on the ship who are
Yeah,
like have like the
they like
eye.
meet each other later on, I think,
Ugh,
in the
of
third one.
course they do. Hmm. The Black Pearl. Yeah.
Come on. It's only been 10 years since he became captain at this point, right? Or like, why would they assume it's not real?
I mean,
I
it's like
guess.
it's a ship, right?
Yeah, I guess it's not like the Jedi where they were like all over the place.
Hmm.
This is actually foreshadowing for Barbossa. I just realized.
Yeah.
Jack just like walks off while the camera is focused on.
Yeah.
Like we're expected to just like, hey, he just like teleported over there, but you can actually see him walking on in
Yeah. He just
background.
yeah. It's just such a pretty boat. Hmm. Right. So like Jack Sparrow in this first movie, and also the second, and also maybe the third,
Not the third. He's
is
gone full whack job by then.
no, I know, but at least in this one, he's like the moral gray wild card character that bounces off like the two actual main characters.
Yeah. But
And
he
then
stole the show so much in this movie that they made the rest of the movies like focused on him, and I think that was actually kind of a mistake.
yeah, no, people. That's like people's complaint about number 4, right? Is that Jack Sparrow isn't actually that compelling a protagonist,
Yeah.
and they end up
Well,
making
I
him
mean,
like,
he could be a compelling protagonist. He has a character, and it's an interesting character, but they just completely botch it going forward.
mm,
Oh yeah, this is a thing that's happening.
holy shit.
This is just bad luck on his part. He just turns away at the exact wrong time.
Elizabeth. I knew
Okay, you
it.
need to stop doing the lines of dialogue just before they happen. They're in the movie already.
But it's fun. Hmm. I mean, we say he's morally gray, but he is going to just save some random girl.
Yeah. How much stuff do we see Jack doing that's actually, like, evil?
I mean, he does, like, threaten her life as a pawn, like, right after this.
That is true, he does. He also, like, this really bugs me. He, like, enslaves or, like, tries to enslave all the people to, like, join the Flying Dutchman later in the movie to save his own skin, which I think is really inconsistent. And I've complained about this to you before, but never in a public forum. I think it's really inconsistent with his character
Well, okay,
to,
a
like,
couple things.
deliberately get all these people to, like, become, you know, part of the Flying Dutchman and not let them make their own choices as to whether they want to sign up or not.
He doesn't, like, in the Flying Dutchman?
In Dead Man's Chest, when Davy Jones, like, shows up and threatens, hey, I'm gonna make you make good on your debt and steal your soul, Jack talks him out of doing it immediately by offering him 99 other souls, including Will's, I think.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And he, like, gets a bunch of people to sign up on false pretenses, intending to sell them out to Davy Jones.
I mean, so on one hand, yes, that's shitty. Well, I think you're talking from the position of him, like, in that one cut scene, right?
No, not just that.
3?
Like, Jack talks a big game about, like, freedom throughout this entire series, not just there.
Well, I mean, he also, like, plans to become captain of the Flying Dutchman.
Did he have that plan from the beginning?
No, yeah, his goal was to become immortal, right? That is kind of
So he was gonna get all those people onto the Dutchman and then kill Davy Jones and, like, have the Flying Dutchman and that entire crew himself?
Well, either have that entire crew or let them go, maybe? It's not really clear.
Huh,
Jack
okay, so that is a
Sparrow.
little more complicated. Okay, this is a good scene, too, so we should probably, like...
That compass. Magic compass time.
It's actually pretty cool how much of MacGuffin the compass becomes later on.
Like, it kind of is and it kind of isn't. Oh, we missed it. Fuck. Like the line. I mean, I did say the line already, but whatever.
Yeah, that's which I explicitly told you to stop doing. That's interesting. That's like a running theme, sort of.
What, doing good things is bad?
No, like that people get punished for doing good things in this universe, but they still do them anyway. Also, Jack acts, like, weirdly rapey towards Elizabeth here.
I mean, it's just because he's like literally pressed up against her back, right?
Yeah, but he's, like, whispering in her ear and generally being sort of creepy. In front of her dad, too.
I mean, hot, but whatever.
Blair.
What? Oh, come on. That's clearly a joke. Fuck off. Ugh.
This is exactly what I mean. He calls her milady.
I mean, it wasn't like a dog whistle back then.
I know. But it's still really funny in hindsight.
Yeah.
We're ruining like all the good lines in this movie by talking over. Lost the almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow too.
What?
We talked over the you almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow one too, which is I think the only time in the series that's done like unironically without playing it for Bethos.
This is like the first ridiculous Jack Sparrow escape scene.
Yeah, but they still managed to play it sort of swashbuckly still, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah. It's the music, which was stolen.
The music plays like over and over and over. They play it over everything. It's not the music.
That's fair. Like, you've heard the story about how the music was like a temp track originally from like
it's
Gladiator
like the guy
or whatever,
who's
right?
credited on the soundtrack is not Hans Zimmer.
Yeah. Anyways, what the fuck were we talking about?
Jack and swashbuckling.
Yeah, I don't
Speaking
know.
of which, the duel with Will Turner is about to happen.
That's cool. Yeah, smart. Like, do do a scene where you like see the entirety of the like location before the fight. That's clever.
Yeah, that does make sense that he's like sort of setting himself up to do swashbuckly things later on, as opposed to like every other movie in the series where he just like nat 20s his way into craziness.
Oh, we were talking about the thing, the compass, right?
Yeah, that. So
I do
it actually, yeah, it's a good MacGuffin. Like it's because it works for literally anyone to deal with literally anything.
Well, no, it just points you in the direction you want to go.
Yeah, but I mean,
right?
like the fact that it can tell you like how to accomplish basically any goal means like everyone wants it, and it sets up one of the more fun elements of the movies, which is like the crazy gambit pileups and such.
Yeah, and I like it especially well because it like it's like it's used for characterization, right?
Yeah.
Because like this is one, I don't remember which movie.
Just like the Mirror of Erised.
Sort of, but like it's like in this one movie, Jack can't use it, right? Like it's turning around and fucking.
Because he doesn't know what he wants.
Because he doesn't know what he wants, and that's clever, but also like not great if he's your main character.
He figures it out eventually, though.
Of course he does.
That one's good too.
Probably recognizes his father, right?
Oh yeah, he did sail with what's his face. The way they set this up is a little bit silly.
Which part
it's just
of it?
like full Errol Flynn, but it's that's kind of how it works.
Yeah, I mean Turner is like he's kind of like the good pirate, right?
Yeah, although for certain, like good becomes sort of relative as
in this
time goes on.
universe. Yeah, I mean, I think Jack is the only person who's an actual pirate. I mean, Barbossa's an actual pirate, but like, does Turner ever do pirate things?
He does.
Does
and so does yeah, he and Elizabeth both do eventually.
Well, no, they do high level, like they interact with piracy and like the pirate government, but do they actually like go on the sails, right, and like find
we'll
ships?
We'll just sit here and let him do this.
Destroy the ships and then like steal the booty, right? Do they do piracy in these films?
Arguably, the battle with the East India Company in the third movie could be considered large-scale piracy if they steal all the ships afterwards.
Do they steal all the ships?
We don't know that they don't.
Okay, well, it seemed that's like less like a piracy thing and more like a pirate war, because these films and really like the idea of piracy as like proto-America.
I mean, they're not the only people to do that. I'm pretty sure Black Sails did it. Assassin's Creed Black Flag definitely did pirates as... Well, okay, no. Assassin's Creed Black Flag did pirates as, like, proto-anarchism, which is sort of true and sort of not really true.
Yeah, and Black Sails is
just... But it's more true than being proto-American.
Yeah, Black Sails is literally just aping this, and also Game of Thrones, and also... Yeah, but, like, the idea of pirates as proto-America is very prevalent.
Oh, hey, they set up the eunuch joke.
Eunuch joke? What eunuch joke?
This is the first time that Jack references the whole haha, Will is a eunuch thing. Which he does, like, over and over again. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a running joke. It's serious.
Holy shit. How did I forget that? I mean, I guess because that's dumb and bad. Holy shit. How does he get out of this again? He, like, hits Will on the head,
It's really
right?
silly. If Will can just throw his sword whenever he wants.
Oh, God, do they fight in the rafters?
Yep.
Of course they do.
This is really fun if you can just completely suspend all disbelief. Which most people watching it can.
How is Will this good? Did they explain it in dialogue during the fight, right?
He did, but we were talking over it.
Yeah, like,
it's repeatedly stated that he practices 3 hours a day.
Yeah, he makes... Good line. He like makes the swords too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So wait, he's basically like a weeb or some shit that's like, I practice with the sword every day.
I think the exact phrase is, I studied the blade, but yeah, pretty much.
I studied the blade. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. It's Jack that gets captured here.
Yeah.
Puke on his shoes. Puke on his shoes.
I mean, we're supposed to get mad that Brown is getting all the credit for it, but like Will was about to freaking die.
Yeah.
He did get saved.
Yes, from the park ride you see.
The ride, yeah.
The dog is never gonna move. I think that might also be like a cheeky gab at the ride as well, right? Because the dog never moves.
Yeah. She's like, oh yeah, that.
She's hashtag not like other girls. I
feel like this could, if you squint, this could be foreshadowing for this like cavalierness that Elizabeth shows about her own life being placed in danger. Could be foreshadowing for her becoming a pirate herself later.
Mm-hmm. Well, she becomes like the pirate king, right?
Yeah. I mean, she's kind of a compromise candidate, and by compromise, I mean like the only one who can get votes from not herself. But
she doesn't even have a vote, right? Jack votes for her.
No, she votes for herself, and then Jack votes for her too, which is the time. Because every single other person votes for him or herself, and Jack is the only one to give his vote to a different person. Because he wants there to be a pirate king, so that they won't all die.
I know, but like, why did she like?
She had killed. No.
Why did she have the vote?
The other dude, the Chinese pirate dude who died, his name is Sao Feng, I think, or he's
Hold
like
on.
Singaporean or
Why
something.
do we
He
care
gave her
about
his
this?
shit.
We're gonna see the fucking movie.
That is a good point.
Well, see, now they're all wearing like gray wigs, right?
Yeah.
So like,
It might be that the dude's hair was actually like that back then, and then he went. I think we see that he went bald,
I mean, maybe, I don't know.
and he replaced it with a wig.
It's the pearl.
How can he tell what the Black Pearl's cannons sound like? Do they sound
No,
different
he
from other
looked
cannons?
at it. He looked at it
Well, yeah,
in the
no, but
river.
before he looked at it, he was like, "I know those guns," and he from just hearing the sound of them. Why do the Pearl's cannons sound different from any other cannons?
No survivors, and where do the stories come from? That's good.
Yeah.
Good line. He has a lot of good lines. It's almost like he had so many good
This
lines.
movie's very quotable.
It's almost like he has so many good lines that they made him the protagonist, so they could have more good lines. But instead, they just repeated
Oh my
the
god,
same.
Jack Sparrow is the Tony Stark of the series.
Oh no!
Like, they made Tony Stark like the protagonist of the MCU, right? Just because he was so sarcastic and quippy like 100% of the time.
Well, people liked him because
Yeah.
he was sarcastic and quippy and an asshole, and people like the idea of being an asshole.
That's why they made Jack Sparrow the protagonist of this series.
Yeah. Anyways, this is
How can he move his glass eye?
I don't think about it.
Oh yeah, because he's magic, right?
Yeah.
I forgot about that for a second.
You know, it's funny. We think about like the future Pirates movies as like getting up their own ass and like lore and rules and stuff. But like they did, but this one is also pretty like rules heavy, right? There's like specific rules about how the magic works and like when it does and doesn't work.
No. The other movies weren't up their own ass about the rules of magic. That wasn't what they were up their own ass about. It was that it's that they got high on all the like crazy pirate shenanigans without considering why they were good.
You sure?
Like, the magic isn't that big of a deal, ultimately. Except when it gets really ridiculous at the end of the third one.
But it's like the entire deal, isn't it? I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Literally. We'll literally see.
How many people are on the Black Pearl?
How many people?
There's,
I don't know, like 20 something?
Yeah, there's 20 people here raiding an entire town. It's probably like thousands of people garrisoned by hundreds of soldiers.
Yeah, but they're immortal.
Although they are immortal.
Also, it's like from the ride, so like it has to happen.
That's fair. They have to do it.
Like causally,
making them immortal was probably a good way to justify all the stuff from happening still.
Yeah, causally it must transpire for that hashtag brand synergy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they think that the pirates are after her because she's like related to the mayor or whatever.
Oh, and she does actually like clock one of these guys.
Well, she just did, yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that like, wow, that's particularly impressive. I'm just saying that like, I guess they are foreshadowing future piratical exploits a little bit by her not immediately freezing up.
Well, it's not a foreshadowing. They didn't fucking have plans for it. Right?
Did they? Or, oh yeah, no, they were just gonna. They were.
Like, they constantly thought this movie was gonna fucking bomb. Like, I think it was Eisner. Michael Eisner did not think this movie would do well. Pirate movies had not done well for a while. Ride movies all fucking sucked. The Country Bear Jamboree came out and almost killed this movie. Right? They, like, hated Jack Sparrow. They're like, what is he doing? Is he gay? What's going on? Right?
Which would have been a problem in 2001 or whatever, I guess.
Yeah. So, like, it's just... What was I saying?
On an unrelated note, it's surprising how intimidating these guys are at this point in time when we know that later they're just going to become relief. Like, later in this movie, they turn into comic but right now they're actually supposed to be a little bit scary.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's a woman, right?
Yeah, I guess I don't think Disney would sink to like the implication that they're going to assault her, but like
Wait, how does she know parlay?
because she's just it's not a pirate code thing. It's just a oh, I guess it is a pirate code thing. How does she know that?
Oh, wait. So wait, so like he's like, how do you know? And then she just explained it again. Like, what the fuck? That's not an answer. I guess she just like really maybe she's actually like always been into pirates.
Well, I mean, we know that she has because we saw her singing the song at the beginning, so
Oh,
we know
she
that she's been like a
was.
pirate boo since she was a child. But like that doesn't explain how she knows the code, which nominally should be only known to actual pirates.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if like ooh,
I don't. Sorry.
family time.
What was that? Sorry.
Family time. Hmm. Was it just me now? All right.
I think it's later when Will meets Jack.
No, you we did your like mom show up?
Oh no, that was my sister.
Your sister, even better.
What?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Moonlight, right? Because
Oh yeah.
the bones
Was
in
this in
Moonlight.
the? Was this on the ride, or was this just completely original movie,
What
the
the?
undead stuff?
Oh yeah. So the people who made the movie like went through the ride, and there's part in the ride where you're in this underground cave system, and there's this ship that's like crashed into the cave, and you can see a skeletal pirate like on the helm, and it's dead. It's a dead pirate. But they're like, hey, what about skeletons? What about
Oh, okay.
ghost skeleton people? And then they just like kept using that idea every single movie.
Actually, technically, they only reused the ghost skeleton thing once.
Okay, so they had
Uh,
ghost skeletons, and then they had
they
like
did ghost skeletons in this one in the fifth one, and then they did
ghost fish
like
people,
Cthulhu fish people in the second and third ones,
and
and the
then
fourth one
like
was zombies,
yeah, zombies. Well, they're all
which is not
zombies.
that different.
These are skeleton zombies. Then there's
Oh, okay,
fish
we're about to get all
zombies.
the exposition about Bootstrap Bill and such.
Hmm.
That is actually true from Dante's Inferno.
What's true?
The deepest circle of hell is for betrayers. That's like direct from Dante's Inferno.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, like Satan, he's in the deepest circle. He's a
Yeah.
betrayer.
Also, the guys who killed Julius Caesar.
Fucking of course.
I guess we don't get the Bootstrap Bill exposition here. No, we get it when Will shows up later.
Yeah.
So we have to wait for that.
Okay.
Oh, and
So
Jack didn't know about the skeleton curse until just now.
yeah,
Because
he
he's like,
didn't know.
that's very interesting.
Yeah.
How would he not know, though?
Well, because
Oh, no,
he
because
didn't.
they didn't steal the gold until after they had already mutinied and taken the ship from him.
Yeah. But like that's the thing, right? Even in this
Yeah.
movie, it seems like Jack is interested in being immortal, right?
Yeah.
And his whole conflict in the later films is like, should piracy still exist, right? Can piracy live forever? Piracy is
Yeah.
dying. How do we make it live forever?
And they stopped caring about that after the third one.
Well, yeah, because they conclude that story, and then they keep making movies. Parlay.
It's interesting that this is what Barbossa's introduced doing. Being like the affably evil guy.
Well, yeah. He's a classic pirate.
Yeah. This exchange is also very quotable.
Wait, so they know? Oh, they know that she has it. They know that she
Yeah,
wants it.
because that's how they found her in the first place.
Hmm. She just figured out the entire plot of the movie.
Well, they told her earlier.
So it was 8 years ago. That's not that long. All right. Okay.
It was 8 years before this movie when they showed up, and then it would have had to be like a couple of years before that when they knew Nina took it from Jack, and a couple of years before that in turn when they when Jack first got the pearl.
Yeah.
So that matches up pretty well with the 12-year timeline.
Yeah.
Or
13.
Or the
right?
13 year. Yeah. But 12 years before this.
Elizabeth Turner. And they're like, oh, shit.
What would have happened if she'd given her own name?
I don't know. I mean, either way, they would have been like, oh, it's you. You're a special person.
Yeah, but if they don't believe she's Bootstrap's daughter, like the entire plot of this movie goes completely.
Does it?
Yeah, because they
Okay.
can't use her blood for lifting the curse.
Oh, right. That's why. Yeah, they need the. See, and you said this movie isn't convoluted. You need like the thing and the blood sacrifice and the blah 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 blah.
That's actually the only two things you need.
Yeah. Yeah, we have the two things we need.
They just need the medallions, or they need the medallions.
They need
which is
all
why
of
they
the
need-
money.
Yeah,
And
they
some
have
blood.
all of them except that one.
Yeah. There it is. Yep. You're ours now.
The pirates in this entire series, from this movie going, really inconsistent as to like how much the code applies and how strict it is.
Well,
Like they say it's really more like guidelines a lot, but then they also like
follow it religiously
really
and then
upset,
also don't.
and act really upset whenever anyone breaks it.
Yeah. Well, it's because they're not an actual.
Except when they're breaking it themselves.
It's because it's not like an actual government, right? There's nothing backing up the
No,
code.
it is an actual government. Remember, we see the government.
Yeah, but like it doesn't. It's not a government that matters.
I mean, yeah, but it still has laws. Apparently,
Pirates aren't real, Kiran.
I'm talking about the context of this movie specifically. It doesn't matter.
All right. Um. I mean, like he's not wrong. Like they get there in time, don't they?
I forget.
It's like in the third act, hullabaloo. The what? What then?
They probably should have just reused Isla de Muerta instead of just like introducing a new island in every movie for the MacGuffin.
Wait for what MacGuffin? There's all a bunch of MacGuffins in these films.
Well, yeah, but like they keep like whenever they have to like meet somewhere or do something clandestine, they go to like a completely different place, and they have this island that like can't be found by anyone.
Oh, well, unless you know where it is.
Yeah, but there was probably some kind of map or something to it in the backstory, but
I imagine it's the big dumb rotating map, right?
who even knows? Like technically, it's true of any place that it can't be found except by people who know where it is, right?
Exactly.
Like, you don't find places you stumble
talking.
upon.
He's talking out of his ass.
Yeah, you don't like find places that you don't know. You just stumble upon them. I guess that is sort of semantics.
Ooh, daddy time. Bonnie Lass? Oh, hey, the plot's starting.
So,
Or the second act. The second act is starting. The plot has already started. Ooh. Kieran, you still
oh
there?
yeah, yeah, I'm still
Okay.
here. This next bit was tested by the Mythbusters, apparently.
What happened? What did they get?
I'll tell you when it shows up.
What do you mean when it like clearly we've all seen it. We keep referencing things that have already happened and happened like
Yeah,
3
that is
movies
true. We
from
have.
now.
Okay, so the bit coming up where they I thought I could like sync it up with the actual like thing appearing on screen, but whatever, that's kind of pointless. Oh, I guess I am going to get to do that anyway. Okay, so this bit with the canoes,
Yeah.
um, they tested this on Mythbusters to see whether you could actually use a canoe to like create an air pocket and
And you
thereby like
could,
travel
right?
underwater. No, I think it was like the buoyancy of the air was too much for just two people to hold down.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, air is strong. Strong air.
I think it's has more to do with like the properties of water and how it doesn't matter.
The
This
properties
is
of
this is hardly
water.
the only thing in this movie that isn't
No,
really possible, even
this
if
is
you take into account the magic.
the most unrealistic part of this entire film, and the entire series, and I refuse to think otherwise now.
I'm pretty sure
Holy,
the Mythbusters did test a bunch of other pirate stuff, but that's the only one whose outcome I actually remember.
holy shit! We're only like 45 minutes in. It's fine. Avast.
Will is just trying to be piratey. He has no idea what he's doing.
He's doing his best.
Yeah.
Right, so like they do this feint where they pretend to take over the big ship and actually take over the fast ship.
Yeah. They still can't crew the smaller one with two people.
Yeah, they try their best.
No, it successfully works, but they shouldn't be able to.
Oh, well, yeah, obviously they shouldn't be able to. But, like, I mean, compared to the fucking, like, rowboat thing, right? It's way more
That is true.
realistic. Oh, hey, that's the scene that the photo that we're using
Yeah.
is based off of. I did it. See, it's funny. Ha ha ha.
Okay, so everyone from the Interceptor hops over to the, and then Jack and Will hop back over the other way and
Yeah.
take the Interceptor.
But it's like there's 2 of them. You didn't need all of those people. Right? You didn't need to do everyone. I don't know. They're just stupid. Ugh. Yeah, good luck.
Oh, so that is a head gesture in the direction of like they already had everything moved for them, but still.
They already had everything what? Hmm. Anyways. It's another good line.
I forget why we if we ever find out why Norrington is. Wait, what? They had time to cut the rudder chain and do all the other stuff. Whatever. I forget what we if we ever find out why Norrington hates pirates so much.
I mean, he's a fine pirate, I guess. Right? He's alright. He's A-okay.
It wouldn't have worked if Norrington hadn't sent everyone from the Interceptor over to the dumps.
Yeah, it wouldn't
Like
have
if there
worked
had
if
even been like
Norrington...
5 or 6 people there, it probably would have failed.
Yeah, if Norrington wasn't such a fucking idiot. Like, what the fuck, Norrington?
Oh, hey, we get it. This is another important scene, I think.
We've talked over many of those. Prepare to die? Pulled himself up by them. Scallywag. It's a good word.
Why is Jack able to call Will son?
The rules of engagement. Why, what?
What do you mean, what?
Well, you said something.
That just the that's not very much incentive. Also, there's movies many quotes.
Ooh. I think you're starting to break up a little bit.
Okay, never mind. It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
You can do it with 2 people, but not 1.
Yeah, you can do it with 2. It's super easy. You just, do it with 2. Yeah. Tortuga. Where's Tortuga?
I actually don't know.
So wait,
most of the places that show up in this, I don't think are
like real. Probably not. I mean, if they did,
Port Royal is real. It's in Jamaica, but I don't know if Tortuga is real.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably better to do fake places than real places. You don't like piss anybody off.
I don't know if it would make anybody angry. Black Flag has like a perfectly historically accurate map of the entire Caribbean, so that's not really the worry.
Yeah, I guess it's fair. White people don't really give a shit. Ooh. Starting. Yep.
This running gag.
That's a running, yeah. So wait, so now he's just living with pigs. What happened to him?
Yeah, I don't know. We don't know. We're never told.
What? What? What the fuck is
He's just...
just this entire town is like in chaos constantly.
Yeah.
And they like play to ditch him, right?
I think so. I forget.
I mean, wait, so Jack doesn't know that that's actually the advantageous thing to do, right? He's just being a dick.
Why would ditching him be the advantageous thing to do?
Because like Barbossa doesn't know he exists, and he's the one with the blood.
Well, I mean, but that's a good thing, because breaking Barbossa's curse makes him mortal again, and then Jack doesn't have to fight immortal pirates for the black.
Yeah, that is true. Wait, well then what's the conflict? Like, I feel like Barbossa just like talked to Will. Will be like, oh, okay, this is weird, but fine, I'll bleed on some gold, I guess. And then the whole thing would be over.
Well, it's like you said, Barbossa doesn't know the will exists.
Yeah, but he knew that there was a kid, right?
Yeah, but he thinks Elizabeth is that kid.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work when she does it, so they're all like, hey, what gives?
Yeah. So why do they care so much?
Because they want to break the curse and make Barbossa mortal again.
But I thought they didn't. I thought they didn't know about the curse yet.
Well, I mean, I think the dude exposited to Jack a little bit. They might know that Barbossa is looking for the Turners for whatever reason, but not know why.
That probably makes sense.
It's possible that they want to like do a hostage negotiation where they hand her over to Barbossa in exchange for the Black Pearl.
Yeah. Wow.
But
so like
none of that really happens because none of that's how movie actually goes.
Yeah, those sails are absolute crap.
Yeah, we see lots of ships with tons of holes in sails that sail by magic.
Well, yeah, I mean magic. They're magic ships.
So they do actually make an implied rape threat here, which
Yeah.
is pretty creepy, especially for a Disney movie.
Well, it's PG-13, and they get like progressively closer to R. The third one starts with like a child getting hung.
Yeah.
I mean, spoilers,
Still though,
I guess. For the movies we've already spoiled. Sorry if I keep interrupting you, Karen.
it is kind of funny that Elizabeth's like courtly table manners are just completely upfront.
Well, she's hungry.
I know, but
And he can't eat anything, right?
yeah, that's true.
She's like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Exposition time.
Yep.
Ooh, Aztec. Heathen gods. It's a little fucked up. I mean, they have
It's actually pretty cool that they like call out Cortez and like colonialism, and that the curse is specifically because he murdered a bunch of people.
Well, yeah, but A, heathen gods is fucked up. B, like, you know this curse
I mean,
is a real...
no one is around to worship the Aztec gods anymore.
Well, yes, they're...
It's like...
Yeah, they fucking are. What are you talking about?
I'm pretty sure that religion is like super dead.
No,
it's like the Greek gods. No one really prays to them.
No, but there are Aztec people who are alive, Kiran.
Yeah, but like their gods are real. Like if we call the Greek gods pagan deities, that's not a values judgment on Greeks.
Anyway, yeah, but heathen
is a little bit, but like honestly, it's not that big of a deal compared to like imagine if it were like the Aztecs did a bunch of blood sacrifice or cannibalism or whatever, and that's why this gold is cursed. Could have been way worse.
Yeah, I mean that would have been fucked up. Anyways, but the point is, like, he knows the gods must be real, right?
But he still calls them heathen, yeah.
Yeah, because they cursed the gold. Also, is what's his name? Cortez? Is he fucking alive? Why was he not cursed?
It's possible that he managed to break the curse by with the blood of like the original people who cursed it or something like that, or like he like gave his blood sacrifice, or it doesn't matter. Unless they have Ghost Cortez show up later on.
Oh god, what if they did? Holy shit. It's yours. Wait, did they explain what the purpose of like of like do they explain why Bootstrap...
He just R's at her like a pirate for absolutely no...
Well, he's having a fun time.
Yeah.
But wait, does the...
He pulls it out covered in blood, but we know he doesn't bleed.
Don't worry about it. Yay! Skeleton people.
They just like mess with her for this entire scene for absolutely no reason at all.
Because they want to. That's more than 20 people. Also, wait.
Yeah,
they were like, you'll dine with the crew, but they can't eat.
Yeah, I think they were just trying to keep it up. like trying to keep up the appearance of being like alive.
But why? Why? For what purpose? Why hide that?
So that she wouldn't try to escape like she's doing right now.
Yeah, but good fucking luck. Wait, what?
Is that the glass eye guy?
I don't know. So wait, did they explain the thing that I'm thinking of? Like, did they explain what Bootstrap had to do with the curse at all?
They explain it later, actually. I thought it was going to be playing with Jack and Will, but no. There's a scene later where Jack gets locked up in of the Black Pearl, and one of the ghost pirates like exposits to him about why Bootstrap is important to it.
Okay. Ooh, women's flesh.
That was a surprisingly good effect for 2001.
Yeah.
Although, okay, the wine is very obviously CGI.
That's fine.
But the rest of it is pretty good.
And then he laughs. I mean, they're having a good time. Oh.
Also, they imply that they're going to kill Elizabeth to use her blood to break the curse.
They don't even need that much.
Yeah. They end up just cutting her hand. And, like...
Oh, let's introduce, like, a cool character that never shows up again. Right? Let's do it. Not this one.
Oh, yeah, Anna Maria.
Yeah.
She's pretty cool.
Hmm. So, I get one person gets to have a parrot. That's good in Pirate Story. I love her hat. That's what stealing is, Jack. So she's cool, but she's also like... That one. Wait, does she show up again?
I don't think so.
I feel like she should. She seems interesting. Like, if you expanded on the story. Also, it's weird that, like, having a woman on board is bad luck.
I think that one's, like, pretty authentic to...
Like, yeah, it's authentic.
Superstition.
Like, yes, it's authentic. It's authentic sailor tradition. But also, it's a fucking Disney film. And you're gonna have, like, a bunch of female pirates later on. Right?
Yeah, but honestly, these movies don't care about continuity much, so they stop worrying about it after a while.
Yeah, don't they? Isn't the fifth one like, hey, let's invent a MacGuffin specifically to destroy other MacGuffins and rules?
I don't know. I haven't watched all of it.
Okay. We're not trying to find North. How does he get the compass? Doesn't he, like, steal it?
I think it was part of his deal with Davy Jones.
Was it? I thought
I think we might see how he gets it in the fifth one.
Yeah.
It's one of the two.
Yeah, it's got something to do with something, probably. But I thought the Black Pearl was the fastest ship. How can you catch up to it?
It stopped.
Oh,
it's
that's
just sitting
true.
here in the bay.
So wait, this is the bay where the gold is, right?
Yeah.
So wait, how does he know where they're going? Well, he has the compass. But
Yeah.
like, how does what am I thinking? I don't know. Something useful probably. Hmm.
My family used to own this movie on DVD, and it had a like special feature where you could put the DVD into your computer, and you could like use the if you had like a webcam or something, or no, it wasn't if you had a webcam. You could like take a picture of yourself and like run it through the same filter that they used to make the Ghost Pirates, and I
Oh,
thought
that's
that was really
cool.
cool.
That
I
is
forgot to
pretty
use
cool. Should add that to Instagram.
it.
So wait, so hold on. Did they meet? Did they meet on the Impossible Island, or are they going to the Impossible Island?
They're going there.
Okay, so that's the island that Davy not sorry, that's the island that the gold is on. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, why isn't there like a pirate haven there? Why isn't that where the government is?
Because no one else knows where it is besides like Jack and Barbossa.
Oh, really? Only them?
I don't think so. I mean, like the fact that we never see it show up again in any movie certainly implies that.
Well, then I feel like
Because
it
the
should.
only thing they needed to use it for was the whole gold MacGuffin plot, and then that's over in this movie, and it never comes up again.
Yeah, I feel like they should have brought it back or something. They should bring it back if they ever make another one. If big if, and by big if I mean they're gonna make another one.
I had like a
Because
whole take on how I would redo this series.
really, well maybe we should
Yeah,
save that for another one since we're almost halfway done with this.
yeah.
Oh, they're talking about the raft, the dumb thing.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, we get it. We get it. So hold on. I feel bad for
I,
Barbossa. He was like way older than Jack and only his first mate. Like I feel like Jack was kind of asking for it at that point.
well, I mean, Jack was the guy who literally sold his soul for the ship. So,
Yeah, well he was young and stupid, but oh, now I'm piecing it together. Sure. It's interesting how like all of the different pirates have like their own myth about them, right?
yeah, it's pretty cool, actually.
The code.
God, this movie is really long.
Yeah, we're only like
Like,
what halfway done. If
yeah, but like, we're halfway done with it, and we're still like just getting to the actual plot. What happens to this giant pile of treasure that we never see?
like this treasure isn't even the useful treasure, right? Like it's just treasure they have. I guess they just keep their treasure there, right?
Yeah,
And they also have the Aztec gold.
yeah. But I mean, they can't use the Aztec gold because it's cursed.
Hmm.
The whole like reason they became immortal devil creatures in the first place was that like spending it was what created the curse.
Yeah, and they had to
Well, I mean,
go
no,
and like
taking was what created the curse, but like the fact that they spent it meant that they couldn't get it back again.
yeah, and so they got it. They had to go and steal it back,
Yeah,
which probably was a nightmare to like look for, right?
yeah. Although it did take him like 10 years.
True.
They do piracy.
Yeah. Jack made a good point.
They have this giant stash of treasure here, and Jack knows how and where to get it,
And he
but
never
he
does?
never uses it again, even when he needs tons of money for reasons.
When does he need tons of money?
Like when he's like in the fourth movie when the pearl has been stolen and he's trying to get it back.
Well, but
He could like hire an entire another ship and crew all this money.
Oh, he could have done that, couldn't he? God, the movie could end like right here if Turner win and suffered he has.
Why are they Yoda speaking?
I don't know. They're the pirates. Yoda's like a notorious pirate. I mean, it's not really Cortez's
It's supposed
treasure.
to be 500. What was it? 500 medallions?
It was like 519, some weird odd number, right?
Okay, but that looks like way more than that, doesn't it?
Well, the chest is made of stone, right?
Yeah, but it's like
walls.
a chest, right? We can see how deep it is.
Oh, I don't fucking know, Kieran.
I don't know. I just randomly fixate on these things all the time. Wow, that was super gay.
What?
That moment just now.
What? Just because like two people's faces are close together and they're both men?
No, it was just no. That's not it. It was like it was a chemistry thing, I think.
Do you have any reason not to trust me? Also, I mean, look, Johnny Depp is pretty hot in this one. Like, he's youngish.
And not playing Grindelwald.
Yeah. You know, that's probably something we should like talk about at some point. The like interesting history of
they do like this whole song dance specifically to make her believe they're gonna slit her throat.
Well, yeah, because they're assholes.
And then they just
they're just having fun. I mean, that does suck, right? Having your palm slit.
Yeah, but I mean, it's better than your throat.
That's true. That's the fucking shot right there. Right? I imagine they used that a bunch in advertising. And they're like, how do we know?
It would have been a minor spoiler.
Not really. I mean, not like without context.
That's true.
I mean, just like the coin hitting.
Well, I mean, the fact that it's covered in blood and hitting all the other coins implies, like, once you see the movie, you know it's going to be reunited with this other ones.
He like shoots one of them.
Yeah. That's like the first comic relief moment they have in this movie, I think.
They did like the rubbing the eye thing earlier. I mean, yeah, I'd be pretty frustrated too. What? They didn't bring her because I thought she was Turner. She had the medallion. That's freaky. Why? What, they haven't, nothing worse has happened.
It'd be really ironic if Barbossa got mutinied on here.
I mean, they're trying to, right?
He's just laying his sword around.
Mm.
How can he see that one medallion is out of place in that giant pile of treasure, most of which is coal?
Well, I think she was holding
Oh,
on
he
to
can
it.
like sense it.
Well, no, like it's obvious. It's the one covered in blood, and it has a necklace, right? And like she was
I
holding it
guess.
when he hit her off the thing.
Yeah,
It's just
maybe. It's still a little weird, but whatever. It doesn't matter.
me.
I think that's the first Jack quip that like falls flat in this series.
Mm. He's a little concussed. You can like
Yeah, that is true.
parsley. Yeah. The French apparently. The French pirates invented parlay.
Who knows?
Yeah.
It's a word from oh yeah, it's a French root. It means to speak, like as in parlez-vous français.
Mm.
But whatever. Again, that this
What?
we're latching on to the most random things to talk about in this movie.
Yeah. So they just lampshaded that she knew this guy, right? She's like, "It's you, Gibbs," and he's like, "Yeah, let's keep go plot plot time."
How does she know Jack though? Oh yeah, she was with him at the very beginning of the movie. Did he he says his name like once during that.
Yeah, he says the time that you
Okay,
almost
so yeah,
caught.
okay. So she would know.
Ah, so like the characters have now swapped.
What do you mean?
Now Jack is with the bad guys, and now Swan is with the good guys. Like their
Oh yeah.
positions in the plot have switched.
Okay, yeah.
See, now he's basically going to be a bad guy, right? He's going to help the bad guys get Will, right? That's his goal now.
Yeah.
So he's more morally gray in this one. I think he has in other ones.
Yeah.
And
This is another one of those moments where like Jack actually manages to do something competent by talking himself out of death.
yeah,
Like if that had happened in another movie, he would have just like stalled by saying stupid stuff until someone had showed up to rescue him, probably.
or he would stumble his way into not dying.
Yeah. Whereas here he actually like negotiates his way out of being murdered.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is a good movie so far. And it's only halfway done.
Yeah, this has been long. This is a marathon of a movie. Like I like it. Come on.
Yeah. It's because we have to, like, we're trying to be presentable, right? We're people, we're acting, right? We're talking way
Yeah.
more than I think we normally would. Because we're like, this is going to be up for public consumption. It's more
Dun,
work.
dun, dun.
Ooh, fucking hot and heavy with the low yellow lighting and the
He touched her collarbone.
hand touch the collarbone. Ooh. Fucking I love it when I get my collarbone touched. It's the
Oh,
sexiest
that's
bone
where
in
he
the
got
body.
it.
Where'd he get it?
His dad gave it to him.
Oh. Ooh. He was.
No, he was just a kid of one.
Yeah, but like if but if it was the guy, if like the bad guys, what's his name? If like the fucking asshole, right? The guy, the non-pirate bad guy.
Norrington?
Yeah, if he had seen the medallion, he probably would have thought the
Okay,
guy.
yeah, that's true. Would Norrington have hung a kid the way the British
Yes.
authorities do in D.C.?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he hangs that kid, doesn't he?
No, by that time Norrington has become a pirate himself.
No, he's
Or wait, no, he becomes a pirate in 2, and then he like
no, he never
rejoins the British at the end of
he
2,
never
and then he becomes a
becomes
pirate again in 3.
he never becomes a pirate. He just like
Yes, he does.
no, he just owns like the what's his name? Squidbeard.
No, that's a different guy.
Is it?
Cutler Beckett is the villain of the second and third movies. The non-pirate villain.
Wait, is Beckett and Norrington, are they different people?
Yes!
Oh, I was
Yeah,
confused. They look very similar.
they do. They're both, like, really twinky white guys. But, like, Norrington is, like, a deuteragonist who swaps back and forth between protagonist and antagonist roles depending on the movie he's in and the situation he's in. Beckett is, like, a villain the whole time.
Huh. I didn't realize that.
Beckett is a really good villain, too, actually. He's one of the best things about the 2 movies.
Yeah, he is. He is a good villain. I kind of wish they were the same character, right? Wouldn't that be like a stronger through line?
I don't think so.
I guess we'll see.
Because, like, Norrington has to be able to like, be morally conflicted about, like, pirates and, like, Will and Elizabeth's situation and all of that. Whereas Beckett
why?
is specifically... Because that's, like, his role in the story is to be, like...
I thought that was, like, Will's role. Like, Will was supposed to be...
That's Will's role in this movie. But, like, in 2 and 3... Will has gone full pirate, so Norrington is kind of the one who's like, do I become a pirate or rejoin the British? And what's the deal with Elizabeth?
Yeah, okay.
Whereas Beckett is the guy who's like, I'm going to kill you all and destroy piracy forever.
God, this girl is great, and I wish she showed up again.
How does Elizabeth know this much about sailing? She's been on a ship once that we've seen.
Yeah, once that we've seen. But again, she's like a pirate boo. She's just like a really good pirate fangirl. Like the only reason.
This is where we get the exposition about Bootstrap Bill and the curse. So listen up here. You might have some questions answered.
I might have some questions answered.
Or me. But I mean, I think I remember some stuff in this movie.
Yeah, but Bootstrap Bill shows up again in 2, so, like, how does that tie together? We'll see.
Well, I mean, it's pretty easy to figure out. He was thrown overboard, and he ended up in Davy Jones's locker.
Oh, he was thrown overboard.
Yeah. Like, they say that earlier in this movie, right? Like, they're talking to Barbossa, and they're like, you were the one who threw Bootstrap Bill overboard.
Oh, okay.
And I think they specifically talk about what happened while Jack is in the hold, which shouldn't be too long from now.
Yeah. What the fuck was I talking about? Shit. Fucking Kiran. Stop distracting me with, like, caring about hearing the story.
I think it was Norrington and Beckett that we were talking about.
Right. No, her. She should show up again.
Hold on. Do I know the actress who plays Anna Maria? Hang on, I'm gonna...
Anna Maria, yeah. Like when they bring all the pirates together in 3, she probably should have been there.
She might have been. I just don't remember.
Yeah. So yeah,
she's Zoe Saldana.
Is she really?
Yeah, she is.
Oh god.
That's really interesting.
So wait, how many franchises has she been in then?
Well, at least 2.
So
Avatar, Star Trek, the MCU, Pirates.
holy shit. I guess people just really like Zoe Saldana.
Yeah. She's also been in a bunch of other like uh, like one-off movies. She was in Law and Order SVU apparently.
Everybody was. I was, probably. At some point. Anyways, this is like the only fucking ship
Apparently,
fight.
club hauling is like a real pirate maneuver, sailing maneuver.
Yeah. This is like the only ship battle in this movie, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, Jack, you're not part of this fight. We don't need to cut back to you every 5 seconds.
Jack doesn't really do much in this movie for most of like the middle third or so. Why is Elizabeth giving the order to fire?
Well, yeah, because she's really into it. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I keep getting distracted before I say it, but I'm pretty sure that the reason she starts to fall for Will is that he becomes a pirate.
Yeah,
right?
that makes sense.
She was like, oh, I'm interested in you because you might be a pirate, but then you became a good guy, and so you're in the friend zone. But now you're a pirate again. Oh, it's fun. I mean, but the real question is, to what end is this useful?
This ship battle?
Yeah, because, like, they're immortal. Like, the Barbossa's crew is immortal.
Yeah, but if they sink the Pearl, they'll have to like walk across the ocean floor like they do later in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, but then,
and
like...
they can get away.
Yeah, but now they just don't have the ship, which is, like, part of one of... Well, it's Jack's goal.
It's Jack's motivation, but he's not there.
Yeah.
And Jack specifically says that he doesn't want them to fight because they're blowing holes in his ship.
His ships.
Well, I mean, he's promised this one to Anna Maria already.
Oh, like he expects to uphold that.
He doesn't care about any ship other than the Black Pearl.
That's true. I mean, he did trade his soul for it.
If he has to give this to her to get the Pearl back, he'll happily do it.
He'll do it.
That's not what striking in the colors means, is it?
I don't fucking know.
Like, striking your colors is when you take down your flag and surrender, right?
I don't fucking know. Man. Anyways, the really interesting thing. Oh, wow, they fucking tore that ship up.
Chain shot do be like that.
Yeah.
It's weird when this movie decides to be realistic and when it doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, they have all of this crazy pirate stuff in between, like, actually loading chain shot to smash an opponent's ass like real sailing ships of the time would have done.
Yeah. See, the problem with this movie is that it happens twice.
What do you mean?
Like, there's the movie.
Oh, they all go to the island once, and then they have, like, it doesn't, and like, so they have this fight, and they do a bunch of other stuff, and then they go back again.
Yeah, there's two movies, right? It's like, there's the first act where Will leaves Port Royal to go save the girl, and then he does some adventures, he makes some compromises, he learns about himself, he goes to the place, and he saves the girl, and then they leave, and that's the end of movie 1, and then movie 2 is just like that. It's like the bad guys are going after Will, and they capture him, and then, like, it's just 2 fucking whole movies.
I mean, didn't you once tell me that B movie was like, so that's not even like the record for most movies in a movie.
Yeah, well, B movie is ridiculous.
And this movie's not?
This movie's good. I mean, it's like a cohesive 2 movies.
That's fair.
It's just long. It's just like 2.5 hours. We have an hour.
Elizabeth actually does a surprising amount of like actual swashbuckling in this movie.
Yeah.
Like we're supposed to. She's presented as like the action survivor. I'm staying out of it sort of character because all of the most of the plot is driven by Will and Jack doing their piratey stuff. But
Yeah.
whenever there's an actual fight scene, she's very involved.
Yeah. I mean, like, they knew. I mean, okay, they didn't know that she was going to be like.
You said earlier that they weren't planning it.
Yeah, they weren't planning on her becoming the Pirate King, but they were planning on not wanting a damsel in distress.
That's fair.
Right? They didn't want to, like.
I mean, well,
they didn't want to reduce her to literally that because, like, I imagine she's like the only actual woman character,
female character in this movie, other than Anna Maria, who is like
not a character.
Who has like she has like 3 lines.
She is a prop. Like, she has slightly more lines and slightly more character.
Why is this scene with Will about to drown even here? It doesn't really even like do anything in terms of plot.
It's like, oh no, everything bad is happening. Will is almost dead. The bad guys have the coin again.
And they're gonna blow up the ship.
They're gonna blow up the ship, yeah. What was I talking about? But no, but like, so yeah.
Oh, okay, this is like
a pseudo darkest moment before the actual darkest moment, which is later.
Yeah.
God, and then there was like
and now they're back to not being comic relief again.
Yeah, they're not like fully comic relief until movie 2.
The movie baits us into thinking that Will is dead.
Yeah. Wait, but they needed Will. That was a dumb decision on their part.
I think they...
Oh, he's alive.
They're still hoping... Wait, he has Jack's gun? Did he take it from the ship?
Probably.
This is actually really cool.
This is really clever. Will Turner. Ugh. Spoilers?
I think nice. Jack is part of the crew, right? So I guess he's like exact wordsing it.
It's crew adjacent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they put them on the fucking island.
They actually make her like walk the plank.
I'm letting her go free. Yeah, he is literally going to just, rule lawyers it.
Yeah. Nice.
Ugh.
Wait a minute. Okay, no, it's not with Jack in the hole. I keep thinking that they're going to finally explain what the hell happened to Bootstrap Bill, but they keep putting it off, even though they have like 3 or 4 good opportunities. No, I definitely remember. That it happens at some point in this movie. Not see it at any time that I expected to. So they're still going to do it, but they've had a bunch of good opportunities and they haven't done it yet.
Jack. miraculous escape. A pair of pistols. That's a little dark. I mean, it is a pirate movie.
Okay, so in this one, they have all the guns still work after having been dropped in the water. But then in the third one, they like go underwater with all their guns, and then they try to shoot each other. The guns don't work because all the powder's wet.
God, these movies are ridiculous.
This is what I mean about like when they decide to be realistic and when they don't.
I mean, being realistic would be to have it not work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they decided not to here, but then later they do.
I'm sorry, I started paying attention to the movie like an idiot. What did you just say?
It was a comment on like realism and like how they're sort of inconsistent in how they apply it. Like with the guns, they work here after being dunked, but in the third one they don't. I still don't really understand what the East India Company.
She's read about him.
Yeah, so she is a pirate dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious. Ooh.
This is very much like a broken pedestal of it.
What? Yeah, I mean, yeah, like that's the idea. Right? He was this like famous world-renowned guy, but he kind of fucking sucks. Like that's the story. He sucks. And it will continue to be the story. Even
He does kind of suck.
Even when they like try to convince you that he doesn't suck, he sucks.
No, but like he doesn't in this one all the time, right? He does like
not all the time.
They make head gestures in the direction of sucking than we're given to expect. But I've been saying this over and over again while we watch this. He doesn't suck in this one. He like convinces people to do things by like charisma and guile, and he's actually a really good fighter and stuff. But then just like watch what happens. Okay, listen to this. This is important.
Ugh. See, she's into him because he's a pirate. Ooh. Ugh.
Literally twirls his fucking mustache.
Why does the Black Pearl represent freedom to Jack? He like literally sold his soul for it. Like if anything, it should represent like binding contracts.
Yeah, he was only captain of it for a couple of years, and then it was taken from him. So like he sees it as a representation of like Barbossa taking his freedom of action from him. He took the ship away.
Oh, okay. Burning all the rum. Setting the island. Here it comes. Here comes the fucking line. The line that made everyone just...
Haha.
But why is the rum gone? I couldn't ruin it. I couldn't not ruin it. I'm sorry. It's a very bad line, and we loved it. And we loved it for 5 movies, apparently.
He actually pulls the gun on her. That's awful. Like, he genuinely considers his, like, one shot that he's dramatically saving his archenemy just because the rum is gone.
I mean, yeah, and
What the
in that
hell?
moment, she is his archenemy. Just fuck Jack Sparrow, apparently. He doesn't get it. Oh, wait, no, he is saved. Why would they save him? I mean, really, though, like, if Will hadn't gone out, she probably would be fine? Well, no, they were
They were gonna kill her.
They were gonna kill her, yeah. Is it?
What about all of those other pirates in the third one?
Oh, he's just stroking his own dick, you know?
Okay, yeah. That's fair.
Ooh. That's a really fucked up thing to do, right?
To him or to her?
To him and to her. But, like, to him, it's like, oh, you want me to save the guy you actually love and then make me marry you when you clearly don't love me. Cool.
I mean, well, the alternative is that she, like, that she kind of hates him forever because he didn't save her friend. Like,
True.
would she agree to marry him if he let Will die?
I mean, no. Right? But
There you
like,
go.
if he just decided to save Will without the
Okay,
stipulation.
here it is. Here's the actual exposition. Here it is.
Wait, but why do they need his blood though?
They needed the blood of everyone who was involved in the curse.
And everybody's already given their blood.
Yeah,
Wait, so then they do bleed, Kiran.
I guess. But, like, we see that Barbossa has been, like, we see Barbossa bleed when he's stabbed earlier in this movie. But whenever they get, like, shot or stabbed at any other time, they don't.
Yeah, you just.
And then when Barbossa is shot at the end of the movie, him bleeding is shown as a sign that the lifted.
That's interesting. Maybe it only like you can only bleed voluntarily if you're a zombie.
That'd be weird. Or maybe he can only bleed when he's. No, that wouldn't make sense either.
This movie like ends, and there's like this whole other like 20-minute fucking like
Yeah.
bit at the end. Holy shit. Ugh. Jack Sparrow.
He does get a bunch of innocent people killed as this, or at least like mostly uninvolved in this whole crisis.
Oh yeah, what did
Like all those guys on the Dauntless.
Yeah. Does like the amount of blood really matter?
No, it doesn't. They just think it does.
Like, I don't think Barbossa thinks that, but I
Yeah,
mean,
but he doesn't care. As long as Will's blood is actually like good for lifting the curse, it doesn't matter. And if
yeah,
it's not, then they're just gonna keep trying to find the guy who does.
yep.
There's like 3 or 4 guys who just keep chanting.
What were we talking about before we got the like bootstraps explanation?
Uh, that probably.
Hmm. Whatever, it's fine. Hmm.
He immediately has this "I'm gonna regret this" look on his face.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is like optional. Like,
He does it to save Will because they'll go off and like kill all the guys on the Dauntless while Jack and Will make their escape.
why save Will
Like Jack
though?
Jack doesn't have to. I mean, maybe
You,
because Jack has gotten fond of him.
well, you know
Like
what would have been
Jack doesn't
smart?
have to go there and like intervene in this situation. If he wants the pearl back, he can just like let Will die and then let the soldiers from the Dauntless kill all of Barbossa's guys and take the pearl for himself.
Okay, so if it was me and I was Jack Sparrow, I would have. Hmm. Oh, he's like, I'll give you the 2 ships if you give me the Black Pearl, right?
Yeah. Well, like he's
Oh.
this
Uh,
is how he's trying to negotiate the pearl and Will.
here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking have them go and be immortal and fight those people, and like when they're all gone, have Will bleed on the coins and have the two sword forces like kill each other. That's it. You win.
That is true. I mean, that doesn't necessarily guarantee that they'll all die, though. Like the Pearl's crew.
Mm.
What?
Oh, he like pockets one of them. Why does he pocket
uh,
one of them?
so that he has like insurance for killing them later.
Yeah. So wait, now is he immortal now?
Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah, until the
Hmm.
oh haha, this running gag starts now.
What?
Barbossa and gigantic hats.
Ugh. Here we are. Here's the fucking scene they used in all the trailers. I mean, no, they're
This is
immortal.
implied that it's like ruining Jack's plans.
Why would this ruin his plan?
I don't know, because he expects them to actually like fight the Dauntless instead of ambushing them, I think.
I mean, it is worse for him if he did want to make them mortal, right?
Yeah, but that's not his plan.
What is his plan?
This music is really good, by the way.
Yeah.
Just take a second.
Yeah, that's what zombies look like underwater.
Well, they go from their skeleton form to their regular form as they're in the shadow of the ship.
I mean, look, right? Like
See?
it's a little unrealistic the way that they like walk underwater, but it's nowhere near as unrealistic as that fucking canoe.
Okay, anyway, I think Jack's plan might very well be to betray Barbossa and take the Dauntless and the Pearl for himself.
Yeah.
Uh, I think he's not planning. I think he's not planning on breaking the curse now, though.
Well, because he
I
wants to
think what
be
he wants to
immortal.
do. I think what he wants to do is he wants to uh have Barbossa's people slaughter everyone on the Dauntless, then break the curse, then go and kill Barbossa himself, and then take one of the coins so that he becomes immortal.
Oh, and then like everybody else is mortal, but he's
Yeah,
immortal, and
I
he's the
think
captain.
so. I think that's it.
Jesus
And
Christ!
we know that breaking the curse once doesn't prevent it from being applied another time because the monkey takes one at the end of the movie. That's why it doesn't die in any of the other crazy shit that happens to it. Like
Oh,
Jack the monkey. Yeah, there's a post-credit scene where it steals one.
oh yeah, they do have like a bunch of post-credit scenes in this series, don't they?
Yeah,
Like, didn't at the end of the fourth
they
one?
were doing post-credit scenes before the MCU made it cool.
Yeah, in the fourth one, didn't like the lady like
Yeah,
Blackbeard's daughter? Ugh,
she found the Jack voodoo doll, and that never became again.
yeah, because nobody liked that film, and nobody liked the
Yeah.
fifth
Anyway,
film. She's pretty badass. Like she's
yeah,
already
like
escaping. Oh yeah, just ambush them, kill them all.
how do they manage to do this without making any noise at all?
I mean, I don't know. They're bones. Yeah, no, they're bones. Shouldn't they be rattling around? Whoop. What?
Anyway, uh,
Not his hat.
there are like probably 40 or 50 of Barbossa's guys, right?
Yeah, some is
So
it?
if they kill everyone on the Dauntless, and then the curse is broken and Jack kills Barbossa, there's still a bunch of them left, and not as many of the Pearl's crew.
Yeah, but he would be immortal, right?
Yeah, so
He's
I guess he could just like kill them all,
and he's
which is
like
sort of
technically the captain now.
yeah, but they mutinied against him, so they probably don't care. So I
Yeah,
guess if they don't decide to follow him, he could just like slaughter them all without having any
repercussions.
care. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean that is sort of a bloodthirsty plan, even for Jack.
So now he's gonna do something incredibly stupid because yeah. Wait, so he just explained it. He's dumb and stupid and bad, and so that's why he's hard to
Why are they
predict.
fighting like this matters at all? The guys they're fighting are
Immortal?
yeah.
I don't know, because they want to. I mean, Will might die, right? Like Will could die here, but Jack is immortal, right?
Yeah, he already palmed one. Is my sound a little out of sync
Of what?
of the movie?
Well, I don't fucking know. We did just like straight up breeze past the like men in dresses thing, right?
Does it matter?
I mean it becomes a reoccurring gag with these characters, right?
I don't think so.
She just like gives it stink eye.
As far as I remember, this is the only time that
What?
the cross-dressing thing.
Maybe. Again, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, my sound is out of sync. Can you pause it for 1 second?
Absolutely
And
not.
I'll count down so we can keep it synced up.
Okay. You count down.
3, 2, 1, pause. All right. And 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, that seems to have fixed it.
Yeah. Did the dude like just start ringing the bell?
No, it didn't fix it. Oh well. It's only a bit. It's only a moment out of sync.
Yeah. Bum 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 bum. I don't know. Anyways,
I think it's actually that the picture is a second behind the sound.
yeah, it's because you're on Disney Plus, the amazing new streaming service where you can see all your favorite Disney movies, TV shows, and more. Please sponsor us. I want money.
Why are they all like reaching in the window? Like,
Cause it looks cool.
he's the only guy in there. Do they even know he's there?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, now they do.
They're just like, and these guys are just waving their swords at each other, basically.
Well, yeah, they're having fun. Like, Jack knows he's immortal, right? When knows that...
He reacts, yeah, he knows, but he reacts here like he's been killed.
Well, it hurts.
Probably just so that he can surprise Barbossa in a second.
Well, it hurts, right?
It might.
You know, if it was me, and I was in, like, the deadly profession of pirate, right, I would probably just want to keep this magic immortality stuff. So, like, some of the time I'm mortal so I can, like, enjoy life, and then the rest of the time I'm immortal so I can, like, not die.
I don't think it works like that.
Well, it clearly does. Like, you could steal it, and then you can just, like, re-give your blood and, like, put it back in the thing, right?
I would imagine that, and this is the no prize answer, because we're not told anything like this in the film, but I would imagine that it takes, like, more and more blood to undo the curse every time.
Boo. Boo.
If it's the same person, that is. Like, Will and Elizabeth, like, they cut Elizabeth's hand, and then they use the same amount to cut Will's hand when he lifts the curse at the end of the movie. But, like, if Will, like, used his blood to get it, or to end it, and then he, like, took one and became immortal, and then tried to do it again, it probably would take more. Oh, and he screams in pain, so I guess it does hurt.
Yeah, I mean, they can't feel the good stuff, but they can feel the bad stuff.
I guess that's why it's a curse.
It is a curse. In fact, it's called the Curse of the Black Pearl, but the Black Pearl is not cursed. Like, it's just a good ship.
I mean, well, the crew is cursed, so it's like...
Oh, he's getting tired.
Like, if everyone in the presidential administration thought the building itself would be cursed.
Like, he just raised the point we were talking about, like, if we're both immortal, why the fuck are we doing this?
Why is Jack running? He can't die.
Because it's fun. I like running. Don't you like running?
Elizabeth gets, like,
Really?
high off of the whole, like, pirate boo thing and actually being a pirate, and then she, like, tries to actually get them to do a non-pirate thing, and they just tell her to fuck off. Like, when Barbossa breaks it, it doesn't matter, but when she tries to get them to break it, they, like, completely ignore her.
Well, yeah, because she's a girl.
That might be why, but I feel like if that were why, they would make that more explicit.
Well, they don't respect her. She's not like an actual pirate yet, right?
I guess.
And then when she becomes a pirate, like, wouldn't it make sense for her to uphold the code at that point? Because she is now the code. Like, she is law.
Yeah, that is true.
So, like, either way.
Although, well, only once she becomes Pirate King, because before that, like, there's a point at which breaking the code can be advantageous to pirates.
Yeah. Also,
and actually, we were talking earlier about the whole, like, when did they break the curse thing? And it does turn out that, like, while this is happening,
While this is happening?
While this is happening, the curse does get broken.
Right. Oh no, not the eye.
This is like the Scooby-Doo Velma's glasses and how much it reoccurs.
It is, isn't it? And it's these guys.
Who, for once, are not being comic relief.
Mm-hmm. Boo.
What?
With that line.
It was a little bit silly.
I mean, I get it, right? Like, it's actually kind of clever. It's like... It's like the pain of being a woman in Victorian society is extensive
Actually,
and
this
long-lasting.
is like a century before Queen Victoria, but whatever.
Fucking just bite a tortoise.
It'd be Georgian, I think, but I don't think they used that term. Actually, King George II is in one of these.
Huh. Oh, ow. Yeah, but they're still alive, right? They're still immortally alive.
I guess somehow. Will just, like, lays his hand open to the bone there, though he probably doesn't have to.
Nice. Wait, so because he had the bullet in him, he dies? But, like, how many other bullets does he have in him? Like, Jack was just stabbed.
It's probably just that he, like, bled on the medallion right there. And dropping it in was just, like, ceremony.
Oh, okay. Blah, blah.
Blair.
What? What? It's a silly fucking Disney movie. Fuck off.
Yeah, but it was actually a decent dramatic moment.
Yeah, I mean, look. Uh-oh. They're all
And
human.
the curse does get broken while they're in the middle of this, so.
Yeah. And then a lot of them die. Yeah.
Actually, I think they surrender.
Well, that guy just died. And then, like, other people died.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know how the curse works. Anyways, yeah, there's like literally 20 minutes left in the film. Yeah. Yeah, so Jack wants to be immortal. And, like, in the first film, he's like, maybe I want to be immortal with this skeleton thing. But he's like, nah, because I won't feel anything. And then in the next one, he's like, maybe I'll be immortal like a fish monster. And then he's like, oh, but I don't want to be a fish monster. Right? And then in the fourth one, he's like, oh, there's this lake, like this river of immortality, and I can just drink it and I'll be immortal and it'll be great and there's no repercussions. And he destroys the river.
He doesn't destroy it, actually.
It gets destroyed.
Yeah. No, but it's important that Jack doesn't do it. The Spanish show up and blow it up.
That's true. And then
because it's like a pagan temple or whatever.
Is it the Spanish Inquisition? Did no one expect it?
I mean, yeah, it is actually a plot twist.
Ooh. No, you're captured, Jack.
Not anymore.
Well, soon, right? They're gonna recapture him. Yeah, see? They recapture him.
Yeah.
And
And
then
so now we have this entire like 20-minute short at the end of the movie.
yeah, and then they go back and they save him eventually. Will. Uh, Will just feels so badass in his new outfit, doesn't he? Yeah, he's Jack Sparrow is a pirate and a bad guy. Like, this isn't news to you.
I mean, she thinks it's wrong because he like saved her life repeatedly.
Apparently, he like impersonated a fucking churchman. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Apparently, it was the reason it was such a serious crime was that the Church of England's official policy was that like impersonating clergymen like imperiled people's immortal souls with like false confessions and the like, or maybe that was a Catholic. I don't know if
I mean, either way, that's a pretty big fucking deal.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's why it's being cited like the piracy and murder and such. Is he telling her this in front of Norrington? What a
probably.
douche.
I mean, she knows, right?
Yeah, but like that makes him even more of a douche because he doesn't have to tell her. At least not there.
Yeah. I mean, who's it supposed to embarrass? Not her.
No, he's not. He's not being a douche to her. He's being a douche to Norrington, who is right there and swore to marry her.
And she like pretends to faint.
Ha ha! Throwing your sword.
What? Oh, it's like a running thing.
Gun thing from the beginning of the movie, right? Because he did it to stop Jack from getting away. Now he's doing it to save his life, and it's like dramatic.
That's cool. Poor Jack.
This is not the first, or not the not the last time something like this will happen to him.
Yeah, I've
Except
heard.
here it's like actually sort of sensible, and not the crazy thing with the guillotine in the fifth one.
Yeah, I've heard it's ridiculous.
It is. It's so bad. It's like one of the worst things ever to appear in one of these movies. I'm still upset at it. This works somehow.
God, I feel bad for this development team. Because, like, why do they do so much? This could have easily been pared down to, like, hour and a half, 2 hours. Well, yeah, it's ridiculous how long this is. It's, like, completely unnecessary. Ooh, clemency.
That's not actually true. What? No. Why? What? That doesn't make any sense, but that's fine.
Which part of it?
The fact that he's willing to die for, like, pretty much no reason.
Yeah. I feel so bad for Norrington. Like, what a cuck.
In fairness, he does get like some good stuff to happen to him later. He does not get a friend though.
Yeah. We have our heading. Right, is that in this film?
What?
Is the "we have our heading" line in this film?
I think it's in the next one.
I just remember it from like all of those like DVD, like trailers for the DVD format or something. Like it was like, we have DVDs of Disney films. Here's a bunch of like clips from Disney films. Nice hat.
And they start playing it for Bathos in this movie.
Yeah, instantly. There it is. It is a pretty ship.
Why is the Pearl showing up to bail him out?
Because, like, Swan gave, like, the pep talk.
Oh, yeah. Foreshadowing for Norrington. I mean, it's not foreshadowing because they weren't planning to make a sequel, but, like...
They weren't, were they?
They weren't. That's what I said.
Oh, okay. I think it's, like...
I think they just took cues from this and how they... next couple. That's kind of cute.
Okay. Where's my Will Norrington shit? Come on.
Every love triangle should be solved with a poly ship.
Yeah, I do think, like, so the moral of the story is is what they just sort of, not really, but amoral is the thing that they just said,
Yeah.
which is like piracy is like it's basically effects is better than like actions, like what's that word? Not determinism, but like
Intent?
no, like the effects of like the moral effects of an action is what determines the morality of the action, not the action. Yeah, consequentialism. It's the consequences of the action. Right? Like that's the moral of this story, I guess. Yeah. Like piracy is fine when it's good, but when it's not good, it's not good. Which, I mean, wow. Thanks for making us watch 2.5 hours to get to that point. So wait, is the piracy code that, like, you should betray your captain if it's advantageous? Is that the code?
I mean, I think so.
Holy shit. Well, then like, betrayal and that sort of stuff, that's not bad. That's literally the law of pirates, apparently. Or the guideline.
I mean, we see that the code specifies that anyone who falls behind has to be left behind. Like, they don't... It's not that you, like...
He, like, Sorry, he, like, caressed the shit out of that wheel. He'd fuck that boat if he could. There, right. We've done it.
So, how do you...
How do what?
How do you feel about doing 4 more? Hello?
I'm still here.
Anyway, what was I saying?
What were you saying, Kiran?
Before we started talking about
there's so many.
the pirate code. Okay, so the thing is that, like, the pirate code doesn't specify that you, like, have your captain if it's useful to you. It just specifies that you shouldn't, like, go back and rescue them if they get themselves captured, because it's, like, personal risk to you for no gain. But, like, because a lot of pirate crews are, like, loyal to their captains, they'll break that because they, like, care.
Yeah. So, and,
like, no, and I would imagine that none of the captains whose job it is to enforce the code, if there are any, would want to enforce that part of the code, because then if they get captured or left behind, their crews won't come back.
Fair, yeah.
So it's just kind of there for like aesthetic slash image, we're bad guys, honest, trust us reasons.
I see. Yeah, all right. So,
Again, the no prize answer.
yeah, there's like a bunch of different like loose ends in our conversations talking about this film that like
Yeah.
never I don't remember any of them. Maybe we'll pick them up in the next like we talked so much about like future films, right? Maybe we should like spend the credits talking about this film.
Oh,
Like, how did we
paused the movie because I assumed we were done once we had finished.
Well, yeah,
But, I mean, the credits, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, at this point it doesn't really matter, but like so the goal, as previously stated of this, was that we were trying to figure out if these films still hold up, and I don't think there was like any question really about this one.
Yeah,
right?
that's not that. Nobody ever talks shit about Curse of the Black, and like that's not that. There was no way that was going to be entirely for nostalgia goggles reasons. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people think that this was just the only good one at all. And I'm not sure I 100% agree with that, but that'll be a question we'll get to. We watch Dead Man's Chest and At World's.
Yeah, oh god, at World's End. Holy shit.
That movie is like actually one of my favorites in the series because of just how hilariously over the top it is.
Yeah.
And it does have actual like
We might have to like actually pay attention when watching those films, like to understand what's going on.
Yeah, because there's so much constant such.
Yeah, man, you've been like breaking up for the past hour.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's literally not your fault.
Like, messed with the. I know, but I could have messed with the game.
Probably.
Or not the game. The gain on the mic.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, that was a good film. All of the parts were utilized very well. Right. So like, Will is like this morally gray between Jack's like dark gray and the so quote unquote lighter, or at least like light gray British military, right? In this film, the British military isn't ever really coded as bad. It's coded as sometimes
they're just sort of
misguided.
Yeah, but then Beckett shows up in the second one, and they immediately become evil.
Yeah,
because because Norrington is supposed to be out of like legal reasons because they're breaking the law, and the idealistic government guy. Mm-hmm. But Beckett actually has like a personal opposition to what they stand for.
Yeah,
and that's why the British military under him becomes like an evil force function. Yeah. And that's also like when Davy Jones shows up and allies with him. So we like. I really wish they had. One thing that bugs me about these movies, and it's not something that I'm upset about, just something I wish they dealt with better. They put the East India Company in this movie, and under Beckett they become much more of a force in the next couple. But they never actually mention anything the East India Company actually did, which was like as evil as anything the villains in this do, or in any of the other ones.
Yeah.
So like if they were gonna do the East India Company, hey, you guys, and if they're already to like take a pot shot at colonialism with the Cortez stuff, they could go like, hey, you guys have been exploiting and murdering people in India for years, and now you're going to bring it here too. Or if they didn't want to do that, they could have just made it like the British military or like the West and whatever.
Yeah.
But they sort of are trying to have their cake and eat it too, which.
Yeah, I think, the Pirates of the Caribbean series is kind of all about, like, moral grayness as, like, the actual right choice for living your life, right? Like, the idea is that the good guys can get too lawful or, like, lawful good, or could get too, like, bent up into their own self-righteousness, and the bad guys can be bad guys, right? You have to like have this balance of self-interest and like this grander ideal of like mutual benefit to be an effective person in the world, right? Which is an
Holy
interesting
shit, this movie does have pirate artists.
which is like an interesting theme that we'll see explored later on and like in more depth. Um, yeah. So yeah, this movie uses Jack very well. It uses Will and Swan really well. Elizabeth Swan, like
Yeah.
all like the component, like Barbosa is a great villain. That's why they keep bringing him back. Um, it's
He's not even a villain most of the.
yeah, he's just fun. People liked him so much they
Yeah.
forced him to be
And,
like a
and
protagonist.
you can see why.
Yeah,
Jeffrey Rush is clearly having a fantastic time playing it.
yeah. So yeah.
Like, actually, all the actors in this, even Johnny Depp, like, very much at the top of their.
Yeah, they all brought it, right, in ways that they
Yeah.
might stop doing in later films, which again we'll see.
Again, mostly Johnny Depp. Like, Elizabeth and Orlando and Kiran, they are still, like, clearly trying to perform in the later films, even Johnny Depp has kind of given up.
Mm. Yeah. So yeah. Um I don't know. So yeah, Curse of the Black Pearl is really good. Maybe too long.
Yeah, but that's like, they could have just, they could probably just have cut, like, made it still be coherent, shorter.
Yeah,
And it's not like the end of the world that it's long.
it's not that
Like,
bad.
if it has to be long, at least it's long and good.
Yeah, exactly. Um so I think is there anything else that we should be talking about this film?
Well, I'm going to enjoy talking about, like, my, again, air quotes, you can't see them, on how
Mhm.
I would do this series, but I think I finish the series if we do end up doing that.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
when we finish at World's End or Dead Man Tell No Tales, depending on whether we decide to do the last two or not.
yeah, we should. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a later thing. We'll also talk about like Johnny Depp and like or like the broader society's perception therein, and like how that might and might not color these films.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe.
and so we'll talk about that on another one as well. Um, but for now, right? I think 2.5 hours of video is enough.
Yep.
So thank you guys very much for watching. Um, have a lovely time.
Yep. Thank you.
I don't know what upload schedule this is going to be. It's not going to be weekly.
Oh God.
Yeah. God, could you imagine? What a nightmare.
All right, but yeah. I'm looking forward to the next time anyway.
All right. Until then, bye.
See you soon.